Alrighty, folks. My kings, queens, and jokers out there, this is Ace. How are you doing? Well, talking to nobody, but of course, as always, I do leave my streams live, so make sure to mention down in the comments there. We are launching the Photoshop because, yeah, we's gonna create some things. This is gonna be based on a homebrew. Wait, why is it rotating? Ah, okay, this is already a failure. Okay, what is going on? Please. Come on. Rotate back. Please. Thank you. Okay, I'm just using my mouse to zoom. Okay, so it has been a very, very long time since I've done any kind of drawing, artwork, anything really when it comes to anything. I was looking back at some of my old art stuff, and in fact, if I go ahead and open... Oh, no. No, that was a mega pack. I still gotta install it. But yeah. I believe it was in here. Was it here? No. Oh no, it was right in here, right in here, right in here. Yeah, there's some interesting stuff in here that I did like a long time ago, like, yeah, using embedded profile. Because like this was actually pretty neat for the time. This was like back in what, 2011 that I did this. So yeah. Anyway, we're starting with a blank canvas here, and I'm aiming for more of a D&D type style, which in fact, you know what? Let me just pull up D&D. Yeah, that's my MySpace. Yeah, I don't care. And this thing's cool. The flump. I gotta remember that. The flump. But yeah, D&D Beyond. If you look at the artwork there, it's a lot of it's fairly simple. It's just mainly like color and then highlights and stuff. But that's gonna take some time for me to really learn. Yeah, if I just look up monsters, here, deep monsters. Okay, so yeah, you can see what these things really look like. It's like it's a basic speed paint, really. But I'm kind of bad at that. I'm really bad at that. But then you get some of them that are like really high detail, like this one. What is that? The Death Knight. Yeah. Demi-liches are cool. But anyway, back to actual art thingies. Let's do some setup here. We're gonna make a layer. We're just gonna call this sketch. Which that's gonna have like a, I don't know, like a 65% opacity. That's fine. And then we have the next layer. I forget what to call it. Whatever. But the sketch goes over. I'm gonna keep the sketch over, and let's go ahead and oop. Anyway, so this thing that I'm doing right now, it's called the Shambling Puppet, and it's actually got a couple of different stages. You ever see one of those wooden mannequins? Wait, let me pull something up for a reference here. Yeah, let's look up some other stuff. Puppets. I believe it's mannequins. Yeah, these things. And this is basically kind of what we're looking for. So, yeah, I'm just gonna like take this, put this over here. We're gonna open this up actually in a new page. We're gonna use this as a reference here and kind of shrink this down so I can still see the chat. So yeah, that's kind of what we're looking for. Okay, so we got our brush. I know you're thinking, like, what is he thinking? Like, what is he doing? I don't know. I really don't know what I'm doing. This is the first time I'm doing, like, any kind of art stuff in the past, like, 8+ years. So, like, I'm learning. I'm relearning things. You know, I went to ITT for graphic design, not graphic art. So, like, when it comes to, like, general design aspects, yeah, that's fine. But when it comes to this, like, actual art stuff, I've never really been good at this, so... anyway, we're kind of looking... kind of like a roundish head here, and kind of maybe looking out this way. And then we have the body. The body kind of comes down. And there's an email that is, oh dear lord, what did I do? Can we, like zoom in on this? Like, I get this as sketch, but that was too sketchy to be sketch. Looks like it kind of comes up like this. And then it kind of comes down. And what this is, it's sort of like a clockwork type deal where it's like an inanimate object infused with a soul. And the intent here is going to be, it kind of comes up like this. And then we're going to come down like this. Now these things could have their own armor, or they could have just their natural armor. I don't know which I should really have. But that's part of the creative process here, right? Yeah, the little balls, they kind of... they're kind of attached right here? That is the eraser, right? Why is it the background eraser? How is that the default? Okay. Okay, it's fixed. It's fixed. There we go. And then we have another circle. We must start with the pinpoint right there, so like this. Yeah, that might work. Okay. Now, by the way, I have no idea how long this is really gonna take. Okay, the idea of this particular ball is it's really like up in here. Kind of sits in this like little kind of divot. I don't exactly like the shape of this though. Like, even looking at this thing, it's like, well, it kind of comes out like this. And then it comes out like this. And it kind of has like this piece in the middle that kind of comes up and up and around. So the point right here. Kind of overshot it, but okay. And it kind of looks like crap. Let's make a one moment. Hello. Hello. Yes, please. There is no file. I don't have a vehicle. Remove me from your list, please. No, wait. Wait. Oh, that was annoying. Let's get back to this. That was some company trying to sell me a a thing that's a warranty. Thing is, I don't have a vehicle. And the other thing is, they were calling from a number that isn't available to call back. The whole. You ever get a call for saying that, oh, we want to sell you a warranty? It's a scam. It is a scam. I just want to put that out there. So this guy ended up answering after the whole debacle. Heavy Indian accent, asking me if I could pull up my file, or asking for the year, make, and model of my vehicle so they could pull up my file. I was like, there is no file. I don't have a vehicle. Please remove me from your list. And he's like, well, goodbye. And he just hung up, which means that he's not removing me from the list. He's not honoring my request. And this is not the first time that this company has called me. I know that particular voice of the recording that had called me in the first place. So, I'm sorry. It really irks me. Anyway, we're gonna do a limb planning. Yeah, just limb planning area, or thing here. Kind of wish I knew how to do perspective properly. No, you gotta be at, let's see, you're at 64%, so you should be at 64%. Okay, back to using the tablet. Yeah, these are legs. These should be bigger, shouldn't they? Yeah. And of course, the legs aren't going to be straight. But we want to make sure that the legs are at least proportional. Right? Let me see. Yeah, the length of the legs should be about the same as from here to here. Which means that we're looking right about here for the knees. Looking right about here for the ankles. So, yeah, we should be actually kind of like extending this out a little bit. And if I take a circle, you're not circle. Yeah, make an ellipse. And we start from here. We're going to put this underneath the sketch, and it's going to be... that works. Okay, so that should give us our hip range here. Right? So now if I go back on the limb planning here, might help if I had the brush. Oh, what happened? No! Thank you. I want my limb planning. Thank you. Don't know what happened there. So right there. Right there. Although, really, we're probably looking more... Because if the legs are bent forward, then that means it's going to be a little higher, too. Yeah. And they come back just a little bit here. Okay, in the meantime I can get rid of these because those are just for a little bit of reference there. And these feet are going to be pretty flat, but kind of roundy. I really don't know how to really pull that off, but we'll see. I know. We should go back on the sketch layer here so we can actually do the limbs. So we got this. Then we got this. Right. This is kind of working out. So we want to get a little bit of like calf definition just for like realism here. Okay. And yeah, it comes down to this little ball here. And this ball kind of comes down into this little flat foot. Probably angle a little bit more up this way. Let's get rid of you. Let's get rid of you. I feel like that didn't come wide enough on this one. I can fix that later, though. For now... Yeah, that seems like it'd look pretty neat. There we go. So we get a good idea of how flat the feet are. Well, not exactly flat, but it works. Alright. Okay, let's turn on the limb lining again so we can work with this again. Okay, so for this, he's gonna be holding, or it's more like it's gonna be like hand weapons, and that they're not holding the weapons per se, but rather instead of having hands, they'll have a blade or they'll have a mace head. Okay, yeah, this will give me some more stuff to work with for these two. So, let me see here. The length of the hands should come down to the hips, or even further than that. It should come down like right here. But that feels like it'd be a little too long, don't you think? Like, them some long arms. I feel like... Yeah, because the elbow comes down to right about here, right past the chest. Right? So, probably looking maybe up to here. And then maybe the other one goes up to... Yeah, it goes up to about there. I think that could work. So the arm comes down like this. And then probably comes to a stump where it's got like a morning star head here. Or a mace head. And then maybe the other one here. Might have a blade of some sorts. Yeah, I think that might work. Okay, so let's go back to our sketch layer. And we're going to give an elbow here. Okay, it's going to start out kind of thin down here. And then come up a little wider at the top. That's what it looks like. And then here's the limited range for the... There we go. And then this comes to a ball joint as well, which will have our mace head. Kind of get rid of that part right there. There we go. This has a ball right here, kind of comes to an end. Okay, I think that works for our planning. I feel like the legs could use a little bit of fixing here. Like they're not big enough. Yeah, that feels a little more appropriate. This feels like it should be a little bit higher. Maybe with a thinner neck. Also make the head a little thinner. Okay, so this kind of comes across like this. There we go. Yeah, it's gonna be really hard to really do this accurately. I feel like I should be bigger. Yeah. Then we can get rid of that, get rid of that. And then we just have to... There we go. And as for this face here, there's gonna be... a massive single eye right about here. That seems about right. I think that's about right. Yep, and of course it's got the little veiny eye thingies. Okay. I feel like the eye should be bigger. Maybe like this. Maybe not quite that big. That'll work. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay. Alright, so this looks like a 4th grader drew it. And it only took me, what, 40 minutes to get through that? Okay. This is where things are gonna get kind of sketch. I'm trying to remember... What's the... Oh, that's duplicate layer. I don't need to duplicate. Layer... Control Shift N. I feel like that should be an easier button, to be honest with you. But, I don't know. I'm not Adobe. I'm not here to come up with ideas for them. Oh. Alright, so now that we have this kind of going on, let's kind of grab our palette here. This seems like a good palette to start off with. Okay. And opacity should be 65. Okay, well now that I have that going, Should probably just make a bunch of copies of that since it's a 65% layer opacity thing that I want anyway, so might as well, right? Instead of having to type 65% for each layer. Okay, so we got those sales a color. We're gonna start with a mid-tone for this, I think. Just kind of like scribble this in. Yeah, maybe a bigger brush. You know what I could do? Grab the sketch layer and yeah, something like that. And this way, I can come back to this layer, grab my brush. Now I should be able to paint without any issue. I don't have to worry about coloring outside the lines. Oh. Select inverse. Thank you. Still no viewers. Apparently people don't like to watch me draw. But that's cool. We all start somewhere. Then again, it is also a Tuesday, so, like, I'm not really expecting too much here. Okay, up here is where things are going to get a little bit tricky. I did not do that. Okay, next layer. Actually, this one we can set back to 100%. No, actually, 65. No, what we're doing, we're gonna take this layer, we'll put it underneath sketch, so we can actually still see the things. Okay. There we go. I was being smart. I has the big brains. Anyway, let's start off with some shadows. I don't think we're gonna go that. Well, maybe we can go that dark in some areas, but I think that's gonna be the main one we want to use. So, let's see here. Where's the light source coming from on this? Probably coming down this way, so the darks should be going maybe here. Yeah, that whole thing's covered by this, so yeah, that would probably be. Yeah, this is gonna give some contour as well, looks like. There we go. And it's for the calf muscle there. Even though there's no real muscle, it's just there for aesthetics. Okay. Not really much to say here, I don't think. But just kind of taking this. Oop. Yeah. There we go. And this is the calf muscle. I don't know why I said calf muscle up there. That's more of a thigh muscle, but there we go. And this is kind of like in deep a little bit. There we go. Okay. It's gonna be more coming down. And then also a little bit of shadow here from the body, right? Now if we go a little lighter here, we can do the highlights. This goes on the next layer, because I do want to mess with like the opacity and everything later. Right next to those shadows. I know it's gonna look a little weird, but like, theoretically this should be correct. And across, like right here. This kind of comes across like here. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Yeah, this is actually one of the reasons I really prefer Illustrator, because it's so much easier to do like shadows and stuff when it comes to this stuff. Like shadows, highlights, at least for me, like at least accurate ones. Yeah. And okay, yeah, the light's not gonna hit a whole leg on this side because it's coming from over this way. It's gonna be more shadow, I think, like here. So I'm gonna have to fix that up a little bit. Maybe. I'm not going for perfection. This is kind of like cell shading for now, and then we fix things up later. With things like smudges and all the other neat stuff. Okay, so this is... Should probably name these layers too. So this one's shadows. This one is highlights. Okay, I don't know how that happened. I hit a button. It did a thing. Oh, it's the crop tool. Yeah, I'm not looking to crop anything. Oh. Okay, so where to go from here? We do have this really dark color. This is gonna be for like the sockets and deeps. Because okay, so if you notice these mannequins, they have like these little hinges here. So I think it'd be a little bit more. Yeah, this is the color that's gonna like outline the areas. Oh, this is gonna be hard. Because this really has to come down. Like, where is... Like, where are these shadows? These are like the deep shadows, and these are like not always gonna be prevalent. You know what? I want to save these just for the sockets. Why not? Maybe even bring it down a little bit. Yeah, we gotta leave a lot of this up to the shadows to actually determine. There we go. Okay, that should be... Oh, wait. We got one here. Okay, all of the sockets have their little slot. Oh, wait, the shoulders, shoulders, shoulders. Yeah, the overall finished product, I'm gonna fix this, because that is an abomination. In fact, you know what? That's on the shadows, isn't it? There we go. And on the sketch layer. And on this layer. Holy crap. Okay. Okay, you don't look so bad anymore. Thank you. Okay. Okay, we got some other colors we can kind of play with here. If I remember correctly, the lightest color here, though, we want to make sure... we want to take some whites. We want to bring this down probably to about 30%, actually. Because the point of this is going to be like for specific areas. Cut this down just a little bit, because that's going to be kind of cutting across here. Might help if I had the brush, right? Nope. I cannot keep my hands steady for the life of me. Okay. This comes across here. The edge of here. You suck. Okay. across here. Okay, I think I can actually get rid of the sketch layer now. So we can kind of see how this is looking. It doesn't really have, like, too much definement. That's cool, that's cool. Okay, so we can kind of use this to our advantage here, because now we can come back onto this shadows layer, we can grab this dark brown over here, and we can kind of make some more defining lines here where the shadows should be. You know what? Maybe it's another... You know what? Yeah, we're gonna use the sockets and deeps for this. Oh boy, I cannot keep my hand steady. Yeah, this way we're coming across the same color because we're using the opacity. Kind of comes across as like it kind of changes with the different light levels. Go. And on the underside here should also be a little darker. Okay, you... across like that. Okay. Definitely learning a little bit as I go here. There we go. This comes across right inside here. This comes around. Right. Yeah, that should come around. Yeah, let's get this elbow. Okay, I think I got all of them. Alright, overall not looking too bad. I mean, I'm probably just gonna flatten everything eventually and kind of trim it down a little bit, kind of warp it. I do have to get the eye done and the 2 weapons. So I'm gonna need some graves. Hey, come here. Are these really grays? These don't look gray to me. This looks gray. This looks like... Yeah, because that looks like a gray. These look like pales. That makes it folder. Swatches. Photo filter, solid coated, metallics. Yeah, there we go. Pantone Plus Premium Metallics. We can use these. Alright. So let's kind of plan this out. And by plan this out, I mean I'm just going to be like... Shink. Oh. Nope, I need to make a new layer. Okay. This new layer does not have any transparency at all. Because this is just going to be the base of the weapons. And that's not a good curve. Again, why I prefer Illustrator. Sure. It's fine. It's fine. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Okay, so yeah, we just kind of color this in, which I could probably just grab this for. And then we take the brush and we just like kind of fix these little thingamajiggers. There we go. And then we're gonna take we're gonna make or actually just drag this underneath these two layers, right? So this is gonna be weapons. And weapon highlights. Weapon shadows. Okay, so we want a slightly lighter color than this. So where did they move colors to? Or actually, we can just use that. Okay, that works. There we go. Now let's move back over to the weapon highlights. Grab our brush. Nope, brush. Thank you. Oh, I accidentally put in the wrong thing anyway. Oh. Probably should be using a softer brush, huh? Yeah, it's too late now. Like I said, I'll be smudging here in a little bit. Kind of give it more that that kind of painted, kind of oily feel. This blade probably looks like it's pointing the wrong way, but it's fine. Sketch layer should show us where we need to be on here. Yeah. Let's just grab the ellipse. Why not? There we go. And we want to rasterize that layer. Right? So now the highlights, because this is a sphere, the highlight here is going to be there we go. I'll make this a little bigger, because this is just going to be, actually it should be softer too. There we go. Real basic here. And then we grab our weapon shadows. Where's like hero? That's fine. It works. Yeah, highlights, we need to bring that down to 30 anyway. Shadows, I think we can bring down to 30. And then let's bring up the opacity again. Or not the opacity, the hardness. Kind of do our thing here. We kind of want the, yeah. Okay. So we bring this down a little bit. And we want this color here, because we want to grab the ellipse. Or maybe not. Maybe we just grab another layer. I feel like that went a little too dark. That should be fine. Right. Oh. Did I just make another blade? I just realized this is going to be a little more difficult because the way that I set this up. That's annoying. It really is annoying. Um... Maybe if I just turn these off? Yeah, okay. I think I have an idea of how I can fix this. Okay, so then we have the shadows and we have the highlights, right? So if we go onto the highlights, we grab this white again, right? And we're going to yoink. Okay. Okay, let's turn the sketch off. We can actually look at this a little better. Okay, so... grab the eraser. We need to fix this here. Ah, no. Thank you. Okay, now we go back to the highlights. Highlights, thank you. Make a new layer. Nope. We're using the white, right? This one is... oh, because I have the eraser. Duh. Okay, something like that. And then we grab this one. We tell it, you. I know this is looking a little funky, but like, it works. Okay, yeah, it's not looking too bad. It's looking a little better than I thought it was going to. Okay. The surface could use a little bit more. But no, the spikes on the outside actually look pretty good. That works. Okay. You go. Actually, no. Needs to be 100%. Because this is the eyeball. People tell me eyes are the hardest thing to do. So, like, I'm scared. Hold me. Okay, we need another color. Like, we need something, like, light. Is there a little Pantone CMYKs? Okay. Yeah, that can work. Okay. Okay, so for the whites of this eye... Yeah, we can make it this creepy yellow. Off-white, cream, whatever. That works. Okay. Now we make a new layer. This one, we need a red. What's a good red? What's a good red? What's a good red? Hey, come on. Come on. I'll bring this way down. There we go. And now, yeah, let's get a green in here. Something kind of funky looking. This one's gonna be, yeah, a little more something like that. This is all just for the eye. I should probably be using a folder for this, but like I'm too lazy. Okay, so for here, we kind of want to give this kind of like a waviness, so we want to turn this down to like 20%. Turn the brush down like 10, like, yeah, that works. And then we duplicate the layer. This one we use a black. I think that'll just about do it, but I'm still gonna do like a little bit of a sheen here too. Yeah, we need a sheen. Okay, we need 65 for the white. Hey. Come on. Okay, why? I selected white. Am I not allowed to paint? I am allowed to paint. There we go. That works. Okay. So now we're going to merge all the visible layers. I am done with actually painting this thing. Hour and 45 minutes. Alright. Oh, hour and 43, but who's counting? Really? Really? Okay. You make a new layer. Okay. This is our dude, and oh no. We yeah, let's take that off. Okay. Now that should look better. Oops. Yes. Okay. No, except I forgot to select this, so I need to get rid of that. Okay. We has our dude. Okay. We deselect. Okay. Okay, so now it's a smart object. Okay. Okay, so I use the smooth tool here to kind of. Okay, why do you not do anything? Okay, I guess, whatever. Whoa. Yeah, let's not do that. Yeah, this could be a little bit. That, maybe. There we go. That looks a little more. Yeah, that looks a little better. Okay. So now that did its thing. And I don't know. Let's see if we stylize this to look like the oil paint. We want like no brush detail. We want this on a huge scale. No cleanliness to it. It's not looking right. Yeah. I gotta do this manually. Okay. So smooth to it is the mixer brush. Why did I not know about this? Yeah, we re-rasterize. Okay. Yeah, let's clean this up by making it messy. We make it all blendy. Oh, no. Only the shadows, though, and the highlights. We don't want to do it to the actual hard lines. Yeah, this is looking a little better, I think. At least. At the very least, it's a good way to hide when you can't keep your hands still. Alright. I don't think that's too bad. Especially for 2 hours. Problem is, I got 4 more to make. And they're all technically variations of this. Here, I'll bring up the I'll bring up the page here. Or pages, I should say. Homebrew. My homebrew creations. So, oh, a couple of people have been looking at these. So we have this, the Shambling Puppet. And this is medium construct aligned. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's too bad. It's an AC of 11. Not too bad to hit. It's only got 9 hit points. It can only move 20 feet, which is more than, or less than most people can move. So, I mean, it's not really that hard to actually beat. But the thing is, it has 2 slash attacks. Plus 8 to hit, though. I don't know. I might change that. Yeah, I might change that slash attack to be a little less. In fact, really, that should be because, yeah, I want to be changing this around because there were some ideas that I had going up for it, but the idea behind this, the main things you want to look at are the reconstitution. The shambling puppet may upgrade itself by combining with another fallen shambling puppet. This shambling puppet is now a greater shambling puppet. At which point, now it's got an AC of 13. It's getting a little bigger. And in this one also has the reconstitute up into the advanced shambling puppet, which now has 14, 19 hit points. And by the way, the hit points do reset. And then up to the giant shambling puppet, which this thing, 29 hit points, speed of 60. And it can also parry. It has an 8-handed attack. Yeah, it's supposed to be +1 to hit. I don't know why it did +8. On the other one. Yeah, these are all, it's supposed to all be +1. I think there was a problem with that. But, so we're looking at this, yeah, they have the parry attacks when they get bigger. Or when it becomes the giant. And the other thing is, if there's no shambling puppeteer within 150 feet, they immediately cease to function and their HP becomes 0. So, that's... let's see here. We can find him... Shambling Puppeteer, which, whenever he makes... Okay, so he has Psychic Absorption. They all have Psychic Absorption. I've got a player who seems to love psychic stuff, so I want to kind of at least have something that can go against him. Its weapon attacks are magical. It has has advantage all saving throws against spells and other magical effects. If it makes a successful save against a spell or magical effect, within it can summon another shambling puppet. It knows Eldritch Blast, and it has shambling puppets or summon puppets. If there's none, it can summon 1d10 or 6 within an unoccupied space. So yeah, these things are pretty neat. These things are pretty interesting. But yeah, these are kind of what they're designed to kind of look like. And when they reconstitute, they become bigger. And so like these parts, these body parts, are gonna kind of like keep adding onto each other. If that makes any sense. So I'm gonna keep this so far for the art. I'm gonna have to do the edit, and I'm also gonna have to fix that +8 because that's create new version. So we're gonna have to edit. We're gonna export this for now. And oh, that's right. We gotta use the because it's gonna be too big of a file. Let me see here. First off, let's yeah, let's trim this down a little bit. There we go. And then we're going to do the export as. Because we had to just do it in 8-bit to save the file size. So now we have the shambling puppet. We want to save that into pictures. Why not? So now I can fix this. So okay, so where's this +8 to hit? And it's got 2d8 average hit points. No, +1 to hit. Okay, now that that is fixed, we can give it the avatar here of the shambling puppet. And we can also... we're just going to use paint, why not? Open... And we're going to resize percentage. We're going to do 50% for now, and then we're going to actually trim this down a bit. For the small avatar. And we're going to do save as. Save as the pre. Yes, I don't care about transparency right now. Choose file. Okay. We got you. And we got you. Let's save. Okay, so now that that's saved, we can come over here. Okay, now that's a little better, although I don't like what they did with the quality. Why'd they do that? Share with the community. Alright, it's been fixed. Okay, browse my homebrew. So now if I look up the shambling... Okay. Now it's a little better. Cool. Yay! I do kind of wish it would show... a little better, but it's fine. It will do. It'll do, donkey. It'll do. Alright, so since this has been about 2 hours, I'm going to go ahead and end it here, and maybe I will do another live stream. I don't know. It depends on what kind of views and things that this get. In the meantime, I do have a change to make to another one of mine because it looks more like a flump than it does a beholder. Speaking of which, let me do that right now. Brew my homebrew. That's the explosive gas spore. So we're going to edit. This one I haven't shared yet, so now you can go here. So uncanny resemblance. Actually, let me just grab the text from the regular gas spore and just change it to beholder. Or eerie resemblance. There we go. We want to remove those links for now. There we go. And yeah, that's the flump. And we save. Alright, that one's done. And yeah, that was just a quick little thing I did in Illustrator. Yeah, this one's kind of brutal, but only in numbers. But anyway, this has been Ace, and to you kings, queens, and jokers out there, you guys take care and stay safe. And I messed up my outro. Yay.